all of those wonderful, true things about me. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Too kind. You're too kind. How we doing, audience? How's it going? Doing good? Oh, it's so awesome to see you guys out here. I gotta say, I feel kind of guilty starting off with stand-up after Daniel just poured his heart out of talking about musical theater. So now here's something entirely different, everybody. I hope you enjoy this part of the show anyway. But again, thank you guys so very much for coming out here. I really do appreciate you all so much. Yeah. So, got a lot of friends out here in the crowd, a lot of friends performing, a lot of friends here to support us. Greatly appreciate you guys. Hugs and kisses, mwah, mwah, mwah. But for those of you who don't know me too well, I figure I may as well introduce myself at least a little bit. So, my name is Joey. Hi, nice to meet you guys. Hi, thank you. Oh, cool, like it's an AA meeting, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yes, hi, I am Joey. I am a performer. Sometimes I get to perform up on stage, but usually I am performing in my shower. That is true. In my spare time, I like to do competitive thumb wrestling, which doesn't seem all that impressive, but I assure you, it is very impressive. Please be impressed by it. As it once read on my Tinder bio, I like short walks on the beach because my legs get too tired for long walks on the beach. In fact, right now, I'm kind of feeling it right now. I'm thinking I might become the world's first sit-down comedian. Strap in, folks. It's a lot of stuff like this. Yeah, appreciate you. Anybody here attending a showcase show for the first time? Raise your hands. Anybody? Woo! Awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Greatly appreciate you all. You guys out there, where are you guys from? Anthem. Oh, wow, goodness. You guys drove out from Anthem, huh? Sweet. No, hey, I appreciate you guys coming out. I see you're sitting next to one of our performers here. I'm assuming we're friends and family. Is that right? Awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for supporting. Appreciate you guys. Another quick question while I am addressing the audience here. Just wanted to double check something. Are there any children in the crowd tonight? That will adjust a little bit of my set tonight. Do we have any children here? We do not. Is there a child here? Is there? Yes, or a child at heart, right? Okay, all right, good. You know what? I don't have to effing censor myself anymore. Oh, gosh darn it. Shoot. You know what, guys? I'm so used to doing family-friendly shows, I have been chomping at the bit to drop an F-bomb during one of these stand-up sets that I've done. I really have been. Do you... Can I? Okay, all right, this is kind of a big moment for me, guys, so we're going to have to build up to it, okay? I'm nervous. Oh, my goodness. I didn't think I'd get to do this. Okay, all right. Fuck. That is good for you as it was for me. Yeah. Nice, okay. Thank you guys for enlightening me in that. I appreciate that. Guys, I am so excited right now, and I'm excited because I have entered a new chapter in my life. That's right, my girlfriend and I, we have welcomed a child into our home. We just opened the door, and one came in, and we were like, well, I guess it's ours now. That's how that works, right? I'm kidding. He's ours. Though I do have my doubts a little bit. I'm not a scientist or anything, but he doesn't look like me. On account of, he's covered head to toe in fur, he's got paws, a tail. But my girlfriend assures me that he's mine, so who am I to claim infidelity on that, right? Okay, all right, you guys got me. It's a dog, I got a new dog, but you know what? I love him like a son, goddammit, I sure do. I used to think all the people who would post things about like their dogs and cats and say like hashtag my baby and stuff like that, I used to think that was ridiculous, that was crazy. How could you feel that way, just get a kid, like they're equivalent exchanges, right? But I get it now. Now that I have a dog, I kid you not, it took me like 5 seconds of owning this creature before I held him tight and close, and I said, I need you to look at me, my son. Your dad is speaking to you. I need you to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I would fucking kill for you. All right? I don't care who it is. I don't care when. All you need to do is point an eyeball. And that's really my best move, so hopefully that'll do it. We'll have to see. But it's got me thinking, it's kind of weird having a pet, right? When you think about it on paper, a pet is basically a roommate who doesn't speak the same language as you. you guys only really communicate in a series of like rubs and licks. And sometimes you put him in a little cage, and then you clean up his shit, and he doesn't pay rent? What the heck is up with that? Come on, really? But I love him. I love him. I love him to death. I love my girlfriend also. I would really like to say I greatly appreciate her here because not just for dealing with this dog here, but for dealing with me. I don't know if you guys could tell from just a couple of minutes that I've been talking up here, but I am a handful. All right, I am a weirdo. I am a freak. What's that thing that Jughead says on Riverdale, whatever that is? I'm like that, except I don't have a hat all the time. I do weird stuff, you know. Sometimes I feel like I'm Kramer from Seinfeld. I'll just like burst in the door, here I am, another fun adventure today. I think it's because I feel like I'm always in like a performance mode, right? Like, oh, my girlfriend's home. This is my audience. I will perform for you whether you want me to or not. It's gotten so weird to the point where she has actually started writing down like random quotes that I say out of context because she would like to publish them in a book someday. I'm very flattered. Thank you for profiteering off of my comedic genius like that. I'm very humbled too, I promise. So I've asked her for the show to actually write down her 5 favorite quotes from that book, and I'm going to read it to you guys here as a special treat. Yeah. I will be providing no context for these quotes, by the way. All right, let's see here. Okay. All right, eggs, milk, bread, nipple clamps. That is my shopping list. I'm sorry. Hold on, wait a minute. Don't worry about that. It's all right, guys. Yeah, must be the other pocket. Got it somewhere here, hidden under my phone. Huzzah! We have it. Yay! This ran smoother when I was practicing in my bedroom, I promise. I have a microphone in my hand now. It's too many things for an actor to deal with. Give them a prop they didn't plan for. I don't know. All right, quote number 1. All my life, I've been asking where babies come from. But I really should have been asking, where do they go? Nobody knows. Quote number 2. Is your name Heaven? Because I could see myself lasting 7 minutes in you. Yeah. Hey, that's a long time, all right? Listen. I'm not flexing, I'm just fucking ripped, okay? No context. I will give you nothing. Hey, have you ever scratched your balls so hard that you're worried you just accidentally castrated yourself? Well, been there. I heard a yes. Someone out there? Hope you got that looked at, my friend. I'm sorry to hear. And then, for all my Pokemon fans out there, the final quote is, "Damn girl, you got them Lucario thighs." I don't know if anyone out there does not know Pokemon all that well. I encourage you, Google image search Lucario. It will change your life. Now, I'm not a furry, but just say. So yeah, a little weird, right? I definitely do some weird stuff. Again, it's the performer in me, you know? A lot of us here are performers, or a lot of you guys are friends or family of performers. I'm sure you guys do lots of weird things, right? You know, like making up monologues in front of the mirror. Anybody do that? Random things? Yeah, I'm seeing some hands, yep. I'm super guilty of that too myself. If you guys ever want to take that to the next level, do that shit in public. It is exhilarating, I tell you what, because no one's gonna know whether it's real or not. You know, you just pull out your phone and you start having a fake conversation in the middle of the mall, like, Janet, I can't believe you're leaving me to join the circus. It's because of that clown, isn't it? I always knew something was going on between the two of you. How long have you been honking his horn? Tell me. Yeah, I know. I've seen his shoes. I know what they say about a man with big feet. I know. I get it. But you know what? This is great for me, Janet. This is great for me because I get to finally run off with my one true love. Your dad. That's right. We're going off on a honeymoon. We're going to vacation to Cabo, and you can't do anything about it. Meanwhile, everybody at the food court is just like, what the actual hell is going on right now? Is this real? Is this real? And the answer is no, it's not. Come on out, Ashton Kutcher. You guys just got punked. That's right. Oh boy, I feel like I'm dating myself a little bit with the Ashton Kutcher stuff there. But, speaking of weird, like, performance things, I have a fantasy lately. Something weird I've always wanted to do, but I'm, like, weirdly too self-conscious about it. I'm worried what people will think about me, okay? Yeah, I know, surprise, right? I'm out here doing this, making a fool of myself. But this fantasy I have is just doing an audition really badly on purpose. But I just can't get myself to, like, not care about it. But one day, I pledge to you guys, I will do this. I will do this one day. And here's the plan. This is what I've always wanted to do. Rather than do, like, a monologue from a play or a musical or anything like that, I thought it'd be really funny to just come in there with, like, song lyrics and just do, like, a weird song, you know? I was playing around with, like, Rack City earlier. It didn't quite fit the vibe of, like, what I was going for with it. But I think I figured out what my routine would be. Can I practice with you guys a little bit? Is that cool? Yeah. I was gonna do it anyway, but thanks for the approval. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come in. Hi everyone, my name is Joey Whelan, and for my audition today, I will be doing a piece from Firework by Katy Perry. Just step in character, thank you. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag waving through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Thank you very much. For my contrasting monologue, I will be performing a selection from WAP by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Excuse me, Mr. Whelan, I think that's all the time that we have for you guys. You can sit down. Oh, great. So when are callbacks? My people will call your people. We'll tell you. We definitely will. Absolutely. What a song, WAP, right? While we're on that, I have some things to say about this. So I don't know if you guys know this song. I'm gonna go forward assuming you guys know it because I don't feel comfortable singing it myself. But this is the nastiest song you could ever hear in the world. It is insane. I think it's really kind of a marker of just where we are as a culture. I think our mainstream music has just gotten dirtier and dirtier as time goes on. And, you know, I get why some people are a little freaked out by that and aren't super big fans of that, but I, for one, love it. I say, make it dirtier, make it nasty, please. And you know why I really want to do this? Because I want to know what the hell Kids Bop will do about it. You guys remember Kids Bop? They're still doing that, you know. And if you don't know what Kids Bop is, it's where they, you know, some music producers, they trap a bunch of talentless infants into a room and won't let them leave until they sing the most recent pop songs. They've been doing it for so long; it's really popular. They're on like 80 something or something like that. It's just such a weird thing, you know. Like, I mean, like. For example, like they change all sorts of things just because, again, you know, modern music has just evolved in such a way that it's a little not super appropriate for kids, so they change the lyrics a lot of the time, right? So the most like famous example that comes to my mind is from a Bruno Mars song, 24 Karat Magic. He goes out and in his version of the song, the right one, he says, fill my cup, pour some liquor in it. But the Kids Bop version, they say, fill my cup, put some water in it. They picked water? Hold on, wait a minute. We're appealing to kids here. You couldn't do something like root beer, Kool-Aid, something like sugary with like flavor, something kids are actually going to be like interested in. So you mean to tell me that this studio executive is like, yeah, you know, the equivalent of liquor for kids, water. But I don't think they have done it. I'm pretty positive they haven't done it, but I would love to see them try WAP, just because they would have to change everything about that song. It would be amazing. Like, what does the acronym even stand for anymore? It can't do that, you know? Like, a bunch of kids gonna come out and just be like, oh yeah, give it up for my warm apple pie. Is that what they're gonna do? What a weird thing, yeah. But I hope they do it, and I hope they do it soon. That's my time for the evening, guys. Thank you so very much. Greatly appreciate you all. Please enjoy the rest of the cabaret. Greetings, everybody. Hi, how's it going, folks? So, I'm going to be fully transparent with you all here. We were supposed to have another performer singing here tonight, but in order to fill out some time, I will be performing some stand-up again, and I don't have a plan. So we're gonna wing it, and you know what? It's just gonna be great. I'm gonna love it. You know, I have a background in improv comedy. I love doing this stuff. So I'm gonna talk about a couple things off the top of my head. Number one, aliens. All right, listen, you guys have heard about that, hopefully, recently. There was some weird, court thing about a high-ranking military guy saying, oh yeah, aliens exist, and this is what they're like, and this is what we do about it. And basically everybody that I've heard talk about it has just been like, well, yeah. What do you mean? Like that's not some, huge revelation or anything like that? I used to be terrified of aliens when I was a kid. This was my irrational fear. I couldn't go out at night. I couldn't, look in the dark because I was convinced they were coming for me. You know, I was 10, and, the most significant thing I ever did was, accidentally staple my thumb to a paper during English class. But, of course, they were coming for me. For sure. 100%. You guys have any irrational fears? It's a safe spot. It's a safe spot. Do you have something you want to say? Yes? Of catfish? Now, do you mean, of the catfish, the fish? Okay, not being catfished. So that's fine, not a big deal, right? What don't you like about catfish?
Well, I don't really know, but there's one time when this is so stupid. I was sick.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my first time going to the aquarium. And the first fucking thing they see is a cat.
So it just pissed you off for just existing, right? That's you know what? No, I feel that. I feel that though. I'm not a fish guy myself. You know, so I have to ask: do you like to eat catfish? Is that like a nice fuck you to the catfish to just do that? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's fun because I eat fried fish and fried catfish, but I refuse to pick up fried catfish with my hands.
You know what? That's fair. I think fish are slimy and gross. I can't do it either. I love to go fishing, but I would freak out if I ever actually caught anything because I would just be like, oh my god, oh, it's so slimy. Please put it back, put it back. I'm sorry, I poked a hole in your mouth. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Gosh. I'll tell you an irrational fear that I've had that has developed recently, folks. I am afraid of mind readers. Let me explain this here. So, you would never know, right? If all of a sudden, I grew up on X-Men, okay? I read a lot of X-Men, so I know that mutant powers are coming one day, okay? And you know what? It's easy to hide having mind powers, okay? So, what if they're already out there? You never know. You could be walking by somebody and they could be reading every thought you've ever had. It terrifies me. It does. I had, just the other week, going through just a normal work day, and it's kind of slow, so, you kind of let your mind wander, right? So you just think of weird things, you all do it. You think of just weird stuff. You imagine, just some dumb, fake scenario, I'm just at a fancy party, and it's Scarlett Johansson. Hey, Scarlett, how's it going? What's that? You're having a private party at your place? Ooh, I'd love to come, that's right. So I'm thinking thoughts like this, that this is just what's going on in my head, and I'm walking through work just doing nothing, and I come across one of my coworkers' stations, and he just stops, and he just stares at me. And I thought, did you fucking read my mind? Oh my god, because I was thinking some weird shit, guys, I really was. So now I'm trying to test him. This is what I do. Now every time I walk by, this is a true story by the way, every time I walk by his workstation, I'm like, alright, what's the most depraved shit that I can start running through my head right now? Alright, listen, I'm gonna out this guy, because he slipped up once, all I need is one more. Okay, I'm just gonna start thinking of weird stuff, I've got the babies. They're in the trunk. No one can stop us right now. Just looking come on, I know you heard that. I know you heard that. You gonna let those babies just stay in the trunk? You gonna do that? Come on, yeah, that's right. So that's what I'm afraid of right now. Kind of a weird thing, but hopefully that stays with you guys now, and now you start thinking about that. Just as I have suffered, I want my audience to suffer as well, folks. Okay. All right, I got one more story I will give you guys. And if you know me, you've probably heard this before, but I do like to tell it because it shows everybody just how much of an idiot I am. So, of course, I want to portray myself as such, of course. I'm awkward and weird nowadays, but back when I was in high school, I was awkward and weird in very different ways. You see, I have in recent years, I have come out of my shell. If you told like high school age Joey that he would be up here doing stand-up improvised, no, he would just he'd shit his pants right then and there. Guarantee you. I was an introvert. You know, I have done theater my whole life, but that was like the exception. It was a switch, and I became somebody totally different when I was up on stage. And then I'd walk off and just down the hallways in school and stuff. I'd just be like, all right, guys, I'm just going to go to my next class. All right, pay no attention to me. I will sit in the back. So I was just awkward and weird, and this especially translated to my luck with girls in high school, for sure. I could not understand signs that somebody liked me, not at all. I'm sure people can relate. You know, dating is hard. It really is. You know, I find I still struggle with it, and I have a partner that I live with. And she puts up with a lot. You've heard about it before, but I was very weird in high school. I just didn't think, like, girls were into me. I just assumed that everybody thought I was gay because I did theater, and you know, because that's what people thought. They really did. Like, I definitely had shown interest in somebody back then, and they would just be like, oh, like, yeah, really? I'm like, yeah. Did you? I mean, okay, thanks. Yeah, no, see you. Have a good time. Enjoy your prom without me. So this one time, that struck a chord with somebody. Ooh, I heard a couple out there, my God. Sorry if I brought back any horrible memories for you guys. So this was right before auditions for my last school play, right? And there was a girl that was in my class who came up to me and she said, hey Joey, I liked you in the last play and I really want to participate in this next one. And, you know, I was thinking about auditioning, but I'm still new to this. I really would like a chance to, you know, rehearse with somebody who knows a little bit more. Would you be free to meet with me after school and work on this together? And I thought, oh my goodness, like, wow, like I felt so special because clearly she just wanted a coach and that was it, at least according to my mind. So we meet up at a park after school one day and she starts going through this monologue that she has and she's just like, Joey, I'm so unfocused. I can't do it. It's really hard over here. There's so many people. You know, I live just like a street over. Would you like to relocate to my house? And I was like, where does it matter where we are? What do you mean? Like, I would just do it here. Come on. And then she was like, well, you know, I'm so nervous. There's people around. And I'm like, honey, listen, if you want a party, you're going to have to get used to people looking at you, okay? So how about we just buckle down and get to work, okay? You know? So she tries it again, and she's just like, no, you know, I really can't do it. I really can't. But, you know, sorry, I forgot to mention this, but, you know, my parents aren't home right now. And I was like, okay, whatever that has to do with anything. Come on, let's get to it. So that's the kind of person I was, where things like that completely flew over my head. When I finally realized what was actually going on that day, I called her up. I did. I was like, hey, listen, I just figured out what you were trying to do at the park that day, and I know it's 5 years later, but are your parents still home? No. Evidently, they were, and she did not get to offer me any of her warm apple pie. So, thank you. Alrighty, folks, I think that's it for me. So, thank you very much. Appreciate you all. You've been a great audience. Thank you so much.